Hi there, Rabbi. How are you doing today?
I came across several more articles or editorials or comments from people asking me what's on my bucket list. And at some time in the past, I kind of thought, ooh, what a neat idea. Let's make a list of things I want to do before I kick the bucket, before I die. Let me let me make a list. And I thought that was so neat. Now that I've been thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more I think it's a bad idea. And I resent individuals who are dictating, telling, or trying to convince me that I need to create a list of things to do before I die.
Well, I always thought it seemed like a good way to motivate people to not sit there and wait for life to happen to them. That motivation is something that we all need a little bit more of, but you don't see it that way?
It creates stress. It makes me wonder, gee, what's wrong with me? Why don't I want to summit Mount Everest? Why don't I want to walk across hot coals in bare feet? And then I merely have to turn to Facebook to see all the terrific things everyone in the universe is doing. And here I am being happy with what I have.
Well, there's something in that, I'm sure. But apologies to Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. You don't have to climb Mount Everest. You don't have to jump out of an airplane. Isn't it good to just sit there for a moment and contemplate what is something that you always wanted to do, but always figured you would get around to eventually?
Well, let's just take away the death and dying part. And let's just sit down and say, now that I am going to be 77, what are some things that I would like to do? Nothing to do with a clock ticking. Maybe that's what bothers me, that we're playing beat the clock, that I have to do thousands of things on my list in order to fulfill the list I made. And now I'm playing beat the clock. And that takes all the fun out of it.
Well, it's interesting that you put it that way because so many people I know who've retired are having trouble figuring out what to do with themselves. Whereas I myself have this long, long, sorry to use the L word, list of things that I've always wanted to do, but haven't had time to get to. So maybe that's the distinction, not making up a gratuitous list of things that you think other people would approve of, but making your own list of things that you really looking forward to doing.
Well, I think part of what bothers me is the judgment. When I listen to people's bucket list, it really sounds like a game of upmanship. They're thinking of things or want to do things that other people will want to approve of. Other people will think they're wondrous. And I think that just adds to the angst and defeats the whole purpose of just make a decision. And I think the problem with people who retire and don't know what to do is they've just trouble making up their mind. A lot of us as human beings don't really like the idea of making decisions. We'd much rather have something dictated to us and then complain or wait. Oh, I'm going to wait. I have a bucket list and I'm going to share it with you. Because anytime I've seen a bucket list, they're the most unbelievable, unrealistic things that anyone would come up with.
Well, I know one thing for a fact, Rabbi, you're at the top of my list, whether it's in a bucket or at a bar or listening to you talk. Thank you so much, as always, and enjoy your beach.
And I think, Joe, it's time that we, all of us together, just kick the bucket list.